I have two students who crossed over $100,000 in sales. Mitchell crossed over $100,000 on Etsy using print on demand within 1 year. John crossed over $100,000 this previous month. Honestly, it's closer to $190,000, but Etsy doesn't calculate sales. But for the sake of this video, I would like to compare the $100,000 differences. So it took Mitchell 1 year to do this, and it took a lot of trial and error, and he pushed through, and he did this alongside still having a full-time job. Now, a lot of people may give up way too soon before they even see their first $100,000. And some people might even see this $100,000 in sales, and they may even feel like this right here isn't even enough. Now, print on demand profit on average can be anywhere from 20% to 30%, and you can pretty much get an idea of how much both of them took home. Now, here's the big difference that I really want you guys to see. John is close to $2 million in sales on Etsy using print on demand, but this is the big difference in how he was able to accomplish this in a month. And he also touches on this whenever we talk about this in this video, but he's really on year 4. So really think about it whenever you get past your first year or getting through it your first month. A lot of people give up way too soon. It took years of success and failures and experiences and learning how to do things the right way so that he was able to nail everything down properly. So when the time came, he knew exactly the products that he should be selling, the price points, and so on. So just because you're not seeing success right now does not mean you won't see success in the future. Everyone's timing is different, and it just depends when you decide to give up. So let's go ahead and hop into Mitchell's interview, and then right afterwards, I'm gonna hop into John's.
I am here with one of my students, Mitchell. He's recently crossed over $100,000 in sales. You want to introduce yourself, Mitchell?
What's up, man? My name's Mitchell. I took your class was about a year and a half ago now, I guess. I started watching you on YouTube, obviously, like probably everyone. I think it was the one with Spencer that I started taking taking the Etsy game more serious, because I had slowly built up a little bit from your other classes, and I was like, okay, like there's something here. I need to really put some effort into it.
Right. So how's that been for you? Because like you've still been able to have your day job, and then you're still able to add on 6 figures like alongside your day job. What's that timeline like? And I know you have kids too, so I know you're joking. Yeah. So what's that like?
Time is very valuable. It's crunching it whenever I can. We're doing a lot of kind of as I'm working on one thing, working on this, and getting the VA to do the designs was huge. That helped immensely, and just continuing to find other ways to like kind of automate everything. Definitely the whole idea of print on demand. Like, yes, you could obviously make more doing it in-house, but I don't have the time for that. So I'd gladly take a little bit less or a little less money to have someone else handle it and everything. So that's been a game changer. Originally, and was doing it for decals, just in-house every night. Once my son went to bed, I was in here like working till 1 a.m. trying to get things done, and I just couldn't keep up with it.
What did you know before you hopped into the program?
Not much, honestly. I think at that point, I had my Etsy created. I didn't know anything business related in that, like in selling products. Like I would just think of like, oh, hey, camping. What could I do camping and make something like a decal for that? Which weirdly enough, one actually sold really well, but the rest never sold. So it was like what I thought was cool didn't do anything on the market. So I definitely learned that very quickly from your first class of, hey, find things that are working and use that to your advantage type of thing. And as far as like a business itself, nothing. Like you have to, I feel like Etsy's pretty user friendly in the sense of like you don't necessarily have to get a business license and do this, do that. Like you can kind of just enter your personal info and get going on it. So that was nice because if I had to keep track of my own paperwork, the monies, the trails, all that, I'd be lost. But Etsy makes it pretty easy.
Right. Have you had other entrepreneur like ventures before Etsy?
I think like probably a lot of us were like, oh, make a t-shirt brand. Knew nothing about that. Like wasted hours trying to learn how to screen print. Never got that. Tried to do that. I tried to photography, was big into that. Somehow still spend money on that for whatever reason. I kind of always just had that little bit of like try to figure things out on my own. Didn't ever really want to work for someone. I always kind of had the idea of like, I don't know what I want to do, but I want a business. Like I want to work for myself. I want to do that. So I guess kind of just finding that lane of what to do and where to do it.
Yeah, I love that.
It was shortly after getting my VA, because at that point I felt like I knew enough to find products, but I didn't have enough time to make the designs and list them all by myself. Just like you said, with the job, like my commute sucks, so it's like spending a lot of time there. When I get home, it's hard not to spend time with the son, so it's like trying to pack 8 hours of work into about an hour or two at night. Just, I'd get behind, and then it would snowball to, hey, I can't do the behind. Okay, let's just start the next list because that was a month ago. So once I got the VA and could just kind of focus on, okay, just list now, that helped.
No, I love that. I love that. Because a lot of people, like I try to tell them, they don't have 4 or 5 hours every single day. So, if you have to do the product research, you have to design it, you have to list it, and you have to fulfill it, that might take like 4 hours. So you only have 1 hour to focus on just listing and getting sales. So I love that you said that. So practically you're buying your time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I swear, like I had that thought. I remember messaging you like, dude, I'm struggling. And then it was like a week later, all of a sudden it was like, boom, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 sales. And I was like, okay, now once you hit that break even, then you're like, okay, I can keep building. And then slowly or fastly, you're going to start making that money on top of it. So just keep pushing and don't give up too quick.
So, what word of advice you got for anyone who who's starting, maybe is frustrated, not getting sales, just kind of in that funk? They know this is probably where they want to be, but they're just kind of struggling all over the place, like in the starting zone.
Kind of just as I was saying, like you're going to go through some tough spots. Just keep pushing, believe in what you know, believe in what you're doing, and stick with it. Like if you give up tomorrow, you don't know what next week's going to bring.
All right, so that's Mitchell's experience, and I can't wait to see what he's going to hop into when it comes to the second year. As he mentioned, he started off doing it himself. He's done screen printing and so on, but switching to a company like Printify and doing print on demand is honestly going to be your best choice, especially if you already have a full-time job. You only have X amount of hours whenever you get home. Some of you guys probably only have an additional 2-3 hours to focus on your business. You can't focus an hour and a half doing sales and an hour and a half doing fulfillment, because then you will never see the full potential of where your sales could be. And you could always think about the fact that if you grow your sales to this maximum potential and using a different fulfillment company for the time being, you can always switch off at a future time whenever you do find more time. When you have more money, you'll be able to find more time. And then at that point in time, you could probably even take production in-house if you really wanted to. But honestly, it's been a whole lot easier to just kick back and just use a print-on-demand company like Printify. Now, for example, when we hop into John, he's done close to $200,000 in just a month. Could you imagine the team that he would have to manage to get all of these orders out? It would honestly be insane. Now let's hop into John, because I love what he has to say, and it's super motivational for a lot of you guys who feel like you want to give up. If you really push through year 2, year 3, year 4, you never know where you're going to be.
So last month I did $138,000 in revenue in one store, and the other store I did I think it was like 35,000. But the only problem with those numbers is it doesn't count shipping. So I would say probably add on another 20-30,000 for like one store, and then probably another 5-10,000 for the other store. So total around 190.
This is all on Etsy?
And the crazy part is all I had to do was just follow the steps that you gave.
Bro, hit refresh or hit like last week or something. I don't know, hit refresh or something.
Is it not working for you?
Oh, I see it, but let them know it's real. Click on the custom or something.
All right, so here we go. So I'm in my store compared to the previous year, and then we'll go into the second store.
Bro's a killer, man. Bro did $700 today.
It's coming, man.
Last month, let's go. $15,000 over there. You killing it, bro.
You know, it's been a minute. I mean, I had to do a lot of shit that you kind of helped me, fast track. That's really what
you do it though. That's the difference though. Like, man, oh my
No,
God.
no, honestly, if I could give any advice to anybody in here, it's like, just do it, man. Like at the end of the day, you're trading some time for money, but you'd be doing that anyways at a job. Like you go to a job, you're going to trade time for money anyways. This is just something where you could build it up to, you don't even know where you could possibly be in like 5-10 years, man. Just do this. Come on. Just like follow the steps, get it done, and call it a day. Do a little bit every day. Just be consistent, man. That's what it's all about.
I'm so proud, dude. Because you took that, you went and bought a duplex rental property, and you're doing everything by the book.
So that's John right there. And honestly, he's one of the students that's really pushed me to continue teaching and doing what I do, because honestly, he's told me multiple times I've helped him be able to change his life. He didn't know anything about Etsy. He didn't know anything about print on demand. He's taking his sales. He's taking his money. He's taking his income, bought his own duplex rental property. He's buying his own home. He's doing everything by the book. Honestly, to me, that's freaking incredible and amazing. And if you guys decide to give up right now, you're going to be sitting in the same spot that you are right now. I want you guys to be able to change your lives around as well. And I hope these 2 testimonies really push you to go beyond just this year alone. And before I close this video out, obviously I do have coaching that I've been doing. And I know you may be curious, why do I charge? Well, have you seen my previous videos? You know I actually practice what I preach. So when I do have time to give out free knowledge and whatnot, this is what I do for free right here. Put out knowledge for free on my own time to be able to give to you for free on platforms like YouTube and Instagram. But for me to go beyond that and actually do one-on-one coachings, group coachings and whatnot, I would have to take away time from my actual businesses to help you with yours. So that's where that comes in play. If this video helps you out, go ahead and comment, hit the subscribe button, watch this next video, and I'll see you on the next one.